welcome back. Well, in news from the AIADMK quarters, looks like Amma's new game plan for the coming elections to attract more supporters is definitely working for her. Nearly 5,000 students joined the AIADMK in the presence of the party leader Jayalalitha today at the party headquarters in Roypeta. Students from Chennai, Salem, Namakkal, Pudukkottai and Trichy joined the party. Now, this comes just a few days after around 7,000 people from other parties joined the AIADMK. On to some national news now. Well, the BJP has reacted strongly to the Prime Minister's statement on the BJP's plan of a Republic Day rally in Srinagar and the crackdown on BJP workers in the state and elsewhere in the country. Calling it a disproportionate and panic reaction, BJP is adamant on Ekta Yatra, a plan to rally with the national flag. Prime Minister yesterday said that the BJP should not use the Republic Day as an occasion to score political points or promote divisive agendas. A short while back, senior BJP leader Arun Jaitley responded in very strong words, and this is what he had to say.
They openly spoke about segregation of a part of the territory of India away from India. This government was a silent and helpless spectator when those separatists met in Delhi. No action was taken, no penal action was taken, and advocacy of sedition was passed off as a right of free expression. All across the country, youth coming from various parts of the country by trains, the trains are either being cancelled or diverted or being stopped in the middle of nowhere so that they cannot reach Pathankot on the 25th morning. It's a disproportionate panic reaction. It's a matter of regret that the Prime Minister, while referring to this yatra, should say, we should not do anything which is divisive. Since when does the Prime Minister think has the hoisting of national flag become a divisive issue in India? Is hoisting the national flag a provocative issue? The Prime Minister and the ruling party must explain this, particularly when he and his government were silent spectators when there was an open advocacy of sedition and segregation from the territory of India right next to the seat of the central government, and the government was helpless. On that issue, the government chose to be quiet, and on hoisting the national flag, he considers this to be a divisive program.
Moving on, Karnataka Chief Minister Yediyurappa has brought his battle with Governor H.R. Bharadwaj to Delhi now. He is in the capital to meet party leaders who have already said they will take up the fight for him legally. Yediyurappa is also trying to meet the President and the Home Minister, who had said yesterday that the bandh held in Karnataka to protest the Governor's action against Yediyurappa was totally unacceptable.
उल्टा चोर कोतवाल को डांटे. That was the reaction from the Honorable Governor. I wanted to meet our Chidambaramji, explain all these things, the behavior of our Governor. Can we tolerate such things? It's insult to the people of Karnataka, insult to the Chief Minister, insult to the democratic system. I have got great respect about Chidambaramji. I think he may not aware of all this development. I will go and explain everything to them. Law and order situation is very good in Karnataka. First, our leaders, along with our MPs, tomorrow we will meet our Rashtrapati Ji. Then we will take appropriate decision. Our national leadership is going to take decision.
Sir, Mr. Gadkari said that the land allotment is probably not illegal but immoral.
I don't want to comment on this. I will discuss and I will convince my President of the Parliament.
And the big worry, of course, for the government is that the opposition protests could well paralyze Parliament all over again during the forthcoming budget session. And in what could be some reprieve, at least for now, the CPI has decided to withdraw its demand for a JPC, saying that the Parliament must meet and discuss more pressing issues like the price rise.
We are withdrawing our demand for JPC. But for only one demand to hold up the Parliament is wrong. Today, the most important issue is the economic policy and price rise. Parliament must meet, must discuss. Parliament hold-up should not continue.
And the finance minister also got candid on this 2G scam which has been responsible to freeze the winter session of the parliament. Let's listen in.
I will have discussions with the opposition party. Earlier, Speaker called 2 meetings. In those 2 meetings, it was decided that I should also have discussions with the various opposition parties. I do hope it would be possible for us to find out a solution so that the budget session can be, business can be transacted in the budget session.
Well, moving on, animal lovers will relate a lot to this story. If you have pets, then the loss of a pet is a rather deep one. But when you do not have a decent space for burial, it only aggravates your agony more. Now, the city is rapidly expanding, but our canine friends do not have a decent place to be buried. Our reporter Pratiksha finds out how pet owners have been tackling this issue and what the authorities plan to do.
The Chennai Corporation has accepted a proposal for 2 more burial grounds for pets. But like so many other policies, these 2 appear to be stuck in red tape. Details like the proposed locations, capacity and the time frame before the cemeteries turn functional have not yet been revealed. Animal activists are keeping their fingers crossed for the budget coming up in February.
Corporation, we have requested them to allocate the space. And the mayor had promised that it would be done. Now with the new commissioner who has taken over, probably he's working on it, and hopefully in the February budget an allocation would be made for the required funds for this.
Meanwhile, it's a terrible time for pet owners. This is little Tuffy's home after he passed on. Something small that the Shankars could manage in their compound to put their beloved Cocker Spaniel to rest. This is what most dog owners resort to.
I've seen so many people calling and asking what do we do, and sometimes they land up in doing it without knowing to anybody on streets or corners, which is pretty painful.
Currently, bulls and dogs have only one resting place, the Mylapore Pet Burial Ground. Inaugurated in 2009, it is only a tiny corner in the burial ground meant for humans. The caretaker says at least 15 animals are brought in every month, and activists say more burial grounds are the need of the hour. This is the only cemetery in the city where we are allowed to bury our animals. But with the number of pets in the city, obviously the area is not sufficient. And with the corporation not being too clear on the deadlines on the proposed 2 pet burial grounds, it does seem to be a long road ahead for animal activists and pet lovers. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for Ndtv-Hindu.
And still ahead on the bulletin, how does it feel for an actor to be amidst a political pot boiler? Asking things aloud to Ndtv-Hindu.